Hey, what's going on, family? It's me, Niecy Denise. I am out, as you can see, soaking up some sun, and I am still working on my table runner and just getting some sun in. I'm at lunch, letting the dogs run around out here in the patio or out in the backyard. See me back here? Can you see her? See her right there? She's walking around. Yeah, just looking at the patio and looking at the yard. My husband's gonna do some more stuff today when he gets home. And me, get back over here. Don't go back in that easement. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say hi to everyone. I'm gonna get back to finishing up Tussle and the Cabbage Patch Kids. We've got the other book, Rise of the Clones, that we're gonna start. And shout out to Chief Red Wolf, Guy Anderson. Original Lone Wolf has a new video up. Also, Kimura has a new video up. I was catching up on Chief's video. I was off yesterday and had to do some errands, so I really didn't. I wasn't really plugged into listening to anything on YouTube yesterday afternoon, so I'm catching up on that now. But got a lot of people doing some fabulous work right now, and I agree with Chief Red Wolf on a lot of things. I really think that, we as a people, as a nation here in the Americas have been lied to for so long, and we've accepted the usury that's taken place, and we've accepted the quote unquote establishment, the established narrative. And a lot of people included in my age group, younger and older, have accepted their life the way it is, and they don't see a problem with today's current events. But yet and still, there's so much going on right now that I can't even cover half the shit that's going on. It just makes you stop and think. Mia. Okay, I just want to make sure she's behind me. It just makes you stop and think, like, how do we get to this point? And, like, where do we go from here? So that's why I'm going to be really focusing heavily on, like Chief said, some things that we should be doing internally, things that we need to be focusing on as a people, as a nation, as a collective, and redirect our focus and redirect our energy. We have to take back our power, and we've given it away far too long. And the majority of us don't even know that we have the power. It's because the kingdom of heaven is within. And as I sit outside and I look up at the sun, it's a beautiful day. They have not started spraying yet. They haven't done the chemtrailing today. But, I was thinking about what Guy Anderson was saying with the gentleman. He had a podcast I was listening to yesterday where he was saying that not only does he think that, in his opinion, why they're chemtrailing the sky is to block the frequency or to block the communication from the creator of all, because we get our downloads and our power directly from the sun. We do, as melanated people. I mean, all people do. But, for me, it's like, it's so obvious what they've done and what they're continuing to do. And there are more and more people that are waking up and looking at things and going, wait a minute, something's just not right. But yet and still they have that collective consciousness of saying, okay, well, God's going to save us. Christ Yeshua is going to come back. He's going to save us. Not understanding that they are God and they are Christ within. Okay, that's within you. And you have to develop that. You have to really nurture and develop what's inside of you. That's why they work so hard to keep you distracted, to keep you from going within. It's so simplistic, but yet it's so hard, because the average person, when you talk about things like that, they'll sit and look at you like you got 6 eyes in your forehead. They don't get it. They really don't. And it's because of the indoctrination. And it's also because there are a lot of people that look like you and I that don't have the capacity to reason and think, logically go within, because they're not like us. See, I'm going to cover all that stuff. I just need to take a break yesterday and relax and unwind. And, like right now, I'm just sitting out here listening to a podcast and put some music on and keep crocheting for the next 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm going to get back into my daily routine in my office and get my work done and stuff. But I just wanted to come on here and shout everybody out and tell you guys, I appreciate y'all so much. 7 Grams, Original Lone Wolf, Chief Red Wolf, Camiro, Navi. I know you got a new video up. I got to catch up on you. See, everybody's doing such wonderful work, and I have to equal out my time and listen to certain things and take notes. I have notebooks all over the house. I appreciate what the Creator has done for me, because I'm going to tell you something. I get messages from people all the time and they say, Carolyn, a lot of us black folk, we having to choose. Some of us don't have the luxury of eating out and getting to do what we want to do because we so focused on paying our bills. Some people can't do certain things because they have to make a choice of either eating or paying a bill. And that shouldn't be. We as a nation, as a collective of melanated people, and I'm not even going to just say melanated, it's not just for so-called quote unquote black people, okay? It's for all of us here in the U.S. Y'all got to see something that's very, very wrong. And it starts at the top. Some people, don't study constitutional law, don't study the Bill of Rights. A lot of people, they're comfortable and they're complacent in their daily lives, and they think that it's going to work out in the end and it's going to be fixed, and it's not. Because like me and my son were talking about yesterday, it's going to come a time now we're going to have to get down, we're going to have to roll our sleeves up, we're going to have to get with it. It's no more sitting there covering our heads in the dirt and in our sand and just saying, okay, I'm not going to participate today. No, you're complicit in it, whether you know it or not. See, the problem I have is them messing with the children and the sexual assaults. Because for those of you who don't know, I was abused as a child. That happened to me. Okay. So I have a very, very, very high disdain. I'm just trying to put it that way. Disdain for anybody who messes with a child. Okay. I have a real problem with that. And I would be more than happy to help put them to sleep, to take a dirt nap. I'm just going to say that. I highly, highly loathe individuals who mess with kids. Okay. That's a trigger for me. So with that being said, I'm just simply saying, you cannot just bury your head in the sand and think it's going to get better and you're going to pray yourself out of this. No, we're going to have to go through some tough things. And that's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm sharing information with you all to kind of poke you to say, hey, go look at this information. Go look at this. Go see this for what it is. I mean, if at the end of the day you don't see it and you don't agree with it, that's fine. You want to keep living this fantasy life, then go ahead. Like your boy in the Matrix said, I know this is not a steak, but I'm going to eat it and I'm going to enjoy it just like it is a real steak. This is what we're going through right now is going to be short-lived because more things are coming down the pipeline. I mean, they just met a couple of days ago, and Netanyahu came out saying that they were going to try to end the war, and they've got so many captains and commanders and admirals and people, high-ranking officials in the military meeting to put an end to this war in Palestine. And it's like something that should never have been. This, like I said, the Zios are really in control of everything, and they're in control of these platforms. So it's only so much I can say on here. But I'm just here to tell you, y'all need to really start focusing on going within, cleaning that cup of muck out and getting yourselves together. And that does mean making some uncomfortable decisions and cutting people off in your life and doing what you need to do for self-improvement and the betterment of self so that you can reconnect with the All-Father, right? And most definitely get outside and get some sun, for real. Get some sun, people. I know I shared some personal information with you all about certain things, but I don't have really anything to hide. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and I've done things that I wish I could take back and things that have happened to me. Yeah. But at the end of the day, what I did in my past and what I'm doing right now all has a factor in who that I am, this person I am today. Am I perfect? Hell to the no. Do I continue to make mistakes? Of course. But with that being said, I recognize the fact that I have changed and I am continuing to change and I'm on that course and that journey. And most importantly, I am not the same person that I was yesterday or the day before or last week. You are always changing, growing, and evolving. And that's my point. So, and anything that I discuss, you guys, is all in love. I mean, either you see it or you don't. You could take my videos for, it's the entertainment purposes only. It's not educational, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's up to each one of you to work out your own soul salvation and not leaving it in the hands of someone else or kicking a can down the road thinking it's all going to work out. You got to put in the work, and you're going to have to go through some difficult things to get to where you want to be. And my thing is, people are not recognizing the signs. Like there's a dead roadblock ahead, and we're on a train and we're going straight into the side of a cliff and off the mountain, and nobody sees it. Nobody sees it for what it really is. Yeah, everybody has their own opinion, but at the same time, it's like common sense will prevail. And if you're a critical thinker and you're willing to step away from the quote unquote mainstream narrative and start analyzing things and researching things on your own and looking at things in a different perspective, you'll never grow and you'll never get to where you need to be. So anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back. I'll talk to you guys soon.